Donna, just how much does the Firehall Arts Centre really rely on these targeted mailing campaigns?
There are major communication piece. This is every year we do this, and we started doing it after COVID, as the mailing costs, direct mail costs went up, and as we found that people's attention span became kind of shorter on when you do a lot of things online. So we started mailing the brochures, and we did it through this mail drop system because it's so much cheaper. It also allows us to connect with people that we don't normally connect with, new people, and we target it at areas where some of our patrons are already coming from, because we sort of assume that maybe if people are living in certain neighborhoods, that they will also be interested in the arts. So we have about 28,000 brochures that are sitting in a mail house right now that we want to get out to people so we can promote our season, which kicks off officially with its first big project on October 22nd.
Wow, 28,000. So what did that cost your group?
They cost us like 24 cents a piece. So compared to $1.23, that's if you're doing a direct mail, that's a lot. That's a huge savings for us. And we're a not-for-profit charity. We function in a very small building in the city of Vancouver. It's a wonderful space. It's an old big brick fire hall, and we want people to come and see what we do here. And a lot of the work we do is it's all professionally produced. We engage a lot of actors and a lot of designers. And so if we can't get this out, we will lose not only the materials because they're hard to drop off, and we don't want to see them all going to be recycled. And this has happened once before with another mail drop that we did last year just before Christmas, or wanted to do just before Christmas. And the post office went on strike, and those didn't go out at that point. And so we had to find other sources to get other ways to get the material out. But we do not have the money to buy huge ads. We can't do that. Even digital ads that don't last very long because they're there and gone. So this is our way of doing it, and a lot of people love them. Last year, we had somebody say, "Oh, I've been watching the fire hall, but I didn't know what you did. So therefore, now that I've got this brochure, I think I'm going to come." And they did, and they become a subscriber. So it's very important to us.
So you wouldn't have the budget to, let's say, bring on FedEx or UPS instead of Canada Post to deliver your
I'm
flyers
sorry
or
to
brochures?
laugh, but no. When you compare even our some of our mail pieces, because we do it through a mail house, we get a discounted rate because they don't go at a priority, they're not priority posts. So it would be a 60 cents plus as opposed to $1.23 to direct mail to some of our patrons.
I,
And we just FedEx delivering 27,000 pieces to people that they don't know who they're delivering to, not going to work.
Now, how about maybe tapping into some of your volunteer base instead of having those flyers and brochures just collecting dust to Canada Post and
Well,
have people go out and deliver them with your volunteers?
yeah, I think we certainly have talked about that, and we've also talked about hiring flyer delivery companies. But the challenge of that is that if people, and a lot of people close to us, because we wanted to target this to people that live in our neighborhood or close to our neighborhood. And what we found is that people cannot get into condos, they cannot get into apartment buildings.
Right.
Anything that's got a lobby, you can't go in and drop things off. So there are a lot of people in Vancouver that live in, for example, Olympic Village is very close to us, within walking distance. International Village, Yaletown, Strathcona. A lot of people do not live in single-family homes in Vancouver.
Now, how effective are some of the paper brochures in such a digital advertising world? Do you find that maybe some of the more mature, older supporters like myself, really like the brochures because we can put it up on our fridge, we have something tangible to hold in our hands?
I think this kind of mail not being delivered affects seniors a lot. And a lot of our patrons are seniors, but a lot of people that go to the arts are people that are interested in literature. They're interested in knowing more about what they're going to see. And I find that we use Facebook, we use Instagram, we use all sorts of digital ways to reach people. But a lot of people want to read and have the time to read, so they keep the brochure. And you're right, they put it up on their bulletin board and they go, "Oh yeah, right, that's coming up. I should catch that." But they don't do that digitally unless you poke them in a way. I mean, that sounds rude, but unless you reach out to them and go, here, really our newsletter. And we do that as well. I mean, we certainly do that. We have about 12,000 people who are on our digital email list. They're not necessarily the people that we will be reaching with this brochure because we don't have their emails. We don't know who they are. And I think we'll find out if the brochure goes out. We won't find out if it doesn't.
So, Donna, how else has the labor dispute at Canada Post really impacted the Firehall Arts Centre?
We're still getting mail, so I'm not suggesting that it's totally solved created a problem for us, but I think the slowdown and the delivery of mail is a very important thing in Canada, and I sympathize with people that need to uh, negotiate union agreements. I'm certainly not anti-union. I just want them to start talking. Like, all right, somebody doesn't get their grocery flyer. The people who rely on grocery flyers are generally low income or seniors, and they use those to be able to figure out where they should shop. So it's not just us, it's the local pizza delivery guy who has a pizza shop and he wants to get the word out that he's having a sale on pizza. So that's his way of doing it. He can't afford big ads. So I'm lobbying for everybody, not just the arts, but also anyone that's being affected by this because it's a huge impact. It's a huge
And,
loss of business.
and Donna, from what I hear, actors love pizza as well. So,
They do. And they probably want food delivery. And sometimes food delivery, they don't even think about it until the flyer comes through the door.
Donna Spencer, artistic producer with the Firehall Arts Centre, thanks so much for joining us today from Vancouver.
Thank you.